indeed. Michael, is it? Well, well. It's good to meet you. Let me ask you, how old are you?
I'm 26 next month. Why?
Work, got a job?
Yes. I'm a civil engineer.
Good, good. Right, well, here we are.
Indeed, we are. Here.
Like the decor for our little chat then. Call this a minimalist look. Less to look after, much easier to clean should there be any, how shall I put this? Physical exacerbation, so to speak. Oh, wait. Where are my manners? Do please take a seat, Mr. Gallagher. Make yourself comfortable, do. Go on, sit down. Take your weight off, why don't you? Oh, wait. Introduction's incomplete. Oh, we can't be having that now, can we? Let me introduce myself. I am Detective Sergeant John Pearce, CID. Old Beckley Station, Leeds, West Yorkshire Police. So, pleasantries almost over. How are you feeling? All right? A comfortable night's rest in our special accommodation suite.
I coped.
Good. Good. May I ask, are you a man of faith? Have you been undertaking any form of spiritual counselling, so to speak? By that I mean, have you talked to a priest, a minister, a rabbi, about like that?
No. I haven't been undertaking counselling, nor have I chatted with anyone like that. However, my doctor says that I may have a stress-related condition.
Ah, stress. Trendy, newfangled way of describing acute knackeredness. Oh, well, I get that quite a lot in this line of work. It's my back, see? Don't half give me some grief, it does. So your doctor, that's what he said.
She said.
She said? Oh. So that's the way this is going, is it? You are contradicting me already. Well, this encounter may prove to be quite stimulating. But did she advise you in any counselling? Give you a prescription? Prescribe you any kind of medicine? Are you going to see a psychiatrist? Do you have any form of mental illness? Depression?
No.
Off your chump? Mentally deranged? None of that stuff.
What is this? Is this some kind of judicial investigative preamble prior to you taking a taxi, followed by a connecting flight to actually get to the point?
You, of course. So the date in question, Monday, 14th April 1979. Where were you from 5 p.m. on that date?
Let's see. Oh yes, April 14th, I think I do recall. It was a colleague's birthday. We went for a steak at the Burney Inn on the High Street. I didn't drink, I was driving. Before the tedium of inevitability leads you, predictably, to question me on that very subject.
Oh, well, at the risk of being tedious. What is your tipple of choice?
My libation is a pint of Watney's libation of regularity, is a pint of Watney's Red Barrel, if simply must know. And again, I repeat, ad nauseum, none of said alcoholic beverage passed my lips on that occasion.
Okay. Today's Sunday, right? Religious faith, what are you?
I'm a Catholic. If indeed it bears even the remotest connection towards anything superficially resembling your business.
Been to confession lately? Miss Mass recently?
Well, as a matter of passing interest, I did regrettably miss Mass today, actually. The result of my being detained here. Much against my personal choice, I might add.
Oh, no. Bad, apparently. See, that's not good. For that, my dear Mr. Gallagher, is a mortal sin. Not at all a pleasant proposition in the eyes of our Maker, the Almighty. See, the reason I ask is I have to know how you're doing up here. You see, missing Mass and not confessing, well, should you inadvertently happen to snuff it, so to speak, before having had a chance to unload and gain contrition to and from the priest of your choice, well, it kind of adds an indelible stain in your soul, apparently. It needs to get burned off to get rid of it. I could do that for you if you like. Because I have a hotline to redemption, open all hours. In fact, cut out the middleman. You confess to me, I clean up your soul, and Bob's your uncle.
You're quite clearly deranged. This is utterly ridiculous.
So, returning to Monday, 14th April. We then have the other sin staining your character. The small matter of one Paul Dunleavy Phillips, the deceased. Now, usually taking a life bears a lot of stuff with it. And I've been around others that have been through this. And well, you know, there are, to put it mildly, very, very serious repercussions and consequences. So, what happened, returning to your outline of the event, what happened is you essentially saw somebody, according to your statement, whom you may have thought were doing or planning to do something wrong.
He was. I explained this earlier at the front desk, as you well know.
Right, and that's someone with a male individual.
If you like.
Now, could you tell me exactly what happened that night? In your own words. This man, you reckon, were on the verge of doing something bad.
He was looking really dodgy, cagey-like, suspicious, creeping about, furtive. You know. You have to deal with that sort of thing, don't you? You know. Civic duty and all that.
Are you asking me or telling me?
I am merely making what I would deem to be a highly appropriate request for your agreement in the affirmative to my question.
I, as in me. Will I ask the fucking questions? You answer them! Got it? Understand? Do you comprehend? Paul Dunleavy Phillips, he was born in 1934, February the 5th. He was 45 years old. quiet living man. Kept himself to himself. He were unmarried, single.
No one would have him. Clearly. What is it you people call that type? A wrong-in. Isn't that the expression?
Excuse me. Do you have any actual prior training in law enforcement? I mean, anything at all? Any kind of
Just what
formal
I
training?
pick up from television.
Television?
Yes.
Just the fucking telly! Oh, dearie me. Right, you saw the deceased. You tell me what you saw.
I was driving home from the aforementioned Burnley Inn.
Time, tell me the time.
I've no idea what time it is. I don't have my watch. Them out there, they took it from me.
Not the time now, man!
Ugh.
Then when you were driving home!
All right! Good God, man. You'd give an aspirin a headache. I don't know. Maybe about 8:30 in the evening. And I noticed him. This person looking in the house of the window, looking in the window of the house that he was in front of. And I knew whose place it was, who lived there. We were acquainted. I'd met him. He plays darts in the Red Lion. Oh, and for your information, unlike that Philip sort, he's white.
Okay, go on.
This suspicious-looking individual went up to the house and leaned up against the wall, attempting, or so I would assume, to give the impression that he lived there. Clearly, he was doing some kind of reconnaissance of the houses to rob them. It's obvious. He was just a nonchalant nignog with a superior, conceited demeanour.
Oh, well, you know, you're going to come under a lot of scrutiny over this. Profiling aspect of the whole thing. Now, had this person been white, would you have felt the same way?
Well, I suppose. Yes, probably.
Well, you see, this man had no criminal record whatsoever. He was a good type. Mild-mannered fellow. Now let's talk about you. Stop moving about! Sit down! Right. Now. Michael Gallagher. 25 years of age, educated, and of good English stock. So,
What?
from how you've just described the now deceased, do you accept your somewhat extreme views?
I beg your pardon.
Are you a racist?
No, I am not.
Why do you say that?
Because that's not what I am.
I think it is.
It's not.
You are.
I am not.
You hate blacks.
I don't like them.
You despise them.
I put up with them.
No, you don't.
I do, admittedly, somewhat reluctantly, but I do.
You can't stand them.
I tolerate them.
You detest them.
I do not.
You do.
I don't.
Tell the truth.
I am. That's what I'm doing.
You're evading the truth.
On the
You're
contrary,
evading.
I reject that.
You reject blacks.
I told you.
You didn't mean it.
You seem to be questioning my integrity.
You're a liar, that's why.
This is ridiculous.
You just want some honesty.
Honesty.
Yes, honesty. You ever heard of it?
It's what I'm giving you.
You're giving me untruths and racist opinions.
I am not.
Yes, you are.
How can you say
Because
that?
I can.
You've no right.
I certainly am.
And why is that?
Just own up
To what?
to the murder of Paul Levy Phillips.
Why should I?
Because you did it.
I did not.
Yes, you did.
This is preposterous. I want legal representation. I demand to see my MP.
In time. Sit down! I won't tell you again. see that. Take a look. Oh, that's taken before the stab wound. Stab wound is carotid artery in the neck. Now, apparently, or so I'm led to believe, severing the carotid artery in the neck cuts off the blood supply to the brain, leaving the poor victim conscious for up to 30 seconds as it spurts out so much blood it causes asphyxiation and death. You bloody well knew that, didn't you? Doesn't even resemble manslaughter. More like cold-blooded, calculated, premeditated murder. Obviously, a lot of questions have been brought up. As in, was he unarmed? Could it have been self-defence? Did he have anything on his person that could have been construed as a weapon?
Isn't it enough that he assaulted me, punched me repeatedly, and then when I started yelling for help, he grabbed my head and started to slam it into the ground?
Yeah, your head to the ears like this.
I don't remember.
You don't remember? Oh, how come you have no indication of any bruising on your body at all?
All cleared up.
What? Cleared up? Magic healing! Wonderful! The art of medical illusion. No black eyes, no cut nose, bruised face, broken ribs, fractured limbs. None of that.
No! So what?
Is this the chap you saw the night of these events?
I can't tell for certain.
Alright. His neck guy is. Here's another one. Oh, that's taken after the stab wound. The expert stab wound on his neck, of course. Now, I'm showing you these because you are going to have to deal with this in court. And under oath, and under some very, very serious pressure. That's just the way these things work. And the prosecution will have a hell of a lot of questions, obviously. And Mr. Gallagher, it is the case that in a court of law, they very much prefer to hear statements which are the absolute truth, where there is a distinct absence of fallacy. Now, I want to prepare you for that because, you know, after this, I'm out of it. I'm out of it after this. And you're going to have to talk to me about this. I don't mean to torture you about this. I'm not trying to torture you. But you are going to have to talk to me about this situation. Are you listening to me?
This whole scenario is beyond ludicrous! Some disgusting, negroid, foul-smelling, spawn of incest, hideous immigrant oink swans around, no doubt planning nefarious outrages against innocent people. And, added to that, he, him, that has the effrontery to assault me. And here I am being the victim of a trumped-up inquisition because Detective Police Sergeant Pierce. That is what this looks like to me. It's outrageous.
Oh, perhaps we should have tried harder to understand the trials and tribulations of the poor chap. The affliction he had with that dark, ebony-coloured skin of his. the miseries of his wretched life, and the very bottom rung of life's ladder for his life to violate our laws of trespass, just to improve his material worth and wealth.
He was nothing more than a revolting, low-life piece of shit!
Oh well, I take it from that. He didn't exactly offer you any form of aesthetic pleasure upon seeing him. I need to tell you something. The court of public opinion, that's the press, the likes of the Yorkshire Evening Post and the News of the World, well, they are, not to put too fine a point on it, young man, they're going to lap this up. They're going to go fucking gaga on this for you. Right, now, if there is anything that you might have forgotten or have judiciously avoided mentioning, say so now. Right. Okay. See, where the big question comes into play is this. What is it that enraged him so badly? Could it possibly be that maybe he felt he were being taunted by you? Isn't it the case that you were goading him? Antagonising? Taunting him. In effect, you were yelling insults at him. This story of yours of him skulking around suspiciously was not the case at all. Now, if indeed that is what happened, it may very well change things quite substantially. Then all of a sudden, you are looking at something you never dreamed you'd be looking at. That's why we're here today. You see, my purpose in life, my raison d'etre, if you will, in the light of your prevarication, is to ask such questions of you and to inform you of the consequences of your actions. And the next on the list is this: prison. The harsh reality of incarceration, which is ominous by its looming presence on the very cusp of your horizon. Now, are you all set for a life in a world where the daily fragrance will be the odious, putrid aroma of 2,000 incarcerated men's urine, half a ton of hot, steaming, overboiled cabbage, and 10,000 wet anal expulsions of noxious air, where you will receive the venal torment of an 8-inch unwashed hard-on being agonisingly rammed into your tiny arsehole without lubrication. Or a honking, nauseatingly pox-ridden pair of foul socks from Big Nigel the Rapist, hot from the foot, and which haven't seen a wash in 6 weeks, being stuck right into your mouth simply because he wants to. Then Lads Larry, who has procured a set of rusty industrial pliers, will remove all of your teeth without anaesthetic so you can give him a better blowjob. See, Michael, this situation's a kind of good cop, bad cop type scenario. You watch the telly, you understand that concept. Now, Michael, I have a colleague, McIntyre. Now, my colleague, Mr. McIntyre, he's from Glasgow. You know what that means. And he, well, it has to be said, he's a very, very unpredictable sort of chap. And he is blessed with all this subtlety and good grace of an unflushed shithouse. And you will gather from that Mr. McIntyre is one hell of a lot less benign than I am. And he is just busting a gut to come in here and take over from me. I would not wish to be the person seated in your chair should that happen. Follow me? Now, the best and the only thing you can do is tell me the truth about what actually happened. Now, you had a card in your possession when you were arrested. Oh, here it is. You are membership number 1666 of the NSAP. Tell me what that is.
It's just a group of friends.
Friends? Friends of what?
Just friends. A club. Sort of.
NSAP. Tell me what that means.
Just friends.
No. NSAP! Tell me what that acronym stands for.
Just... We meet. We actually met that night in the Burnley Inn. That's where we meet.
Oh, so it weren't a colleague's birthday party?
No.
So you've been lying to me?
No, not quite. Not really.
Don't piss in my bucket and tell me it's fucking raining! You and your colleagues, you were with the National Socialist Action Party! The right-wing fascist mob with a relentlessly racist agenda. So once again, do you have any problems with black people?
No.
I'll ask you again. This time I want the truth! Do you have any problems with anyone who isn't Anglo-Saxon, white, Caucasian? You have done your background, Sonny Jim. Where I'm gravitating to here is this. Isn't it the case that Mr. Paul Dunleavy Phillips, to all intents and purposes, was just a normal, middle-aged man who happened to be black? But, according to your fucked up, xenophobic, illiberal, hatred-fueled proclamation, people like him are an affront to your sensibilities.
No comment.
Well, I could comment. I could hazard a pretty accurate fucking guess in the affirmative, swastika boy! Something you uttered. Volume, no doubt, got him so enraged that he reacted with force. What do you think his mindset was? I'm telling you right now, the man had no violent background. No homicidal tendencies that we could find. No, he weren't drunk. And he weren't on drugs. So what made him snap? Could you fill in that blank?
I didn't. Well.
Of course your car did he get it?
Maybe a car length, maybe a car length.
What made him snap?
I don't know.
What did you say?
I
Did you call him a tumble? A cliffy? A coon? A spade? A darkie? A ghetto monkey? No. He doesn't make. He didn't. He does not fit the profile of what you alleged occurred. So when he walked up to your car, what exactly did you say to him?
I didn't confront him. He seemed.
You were afraid of him?
No.
That's it, isn't it? Ha! So he shouted something. Right? You shouted! And he heard you. He beat you to your car quicker than you expected. Rather than run away from him. Eh? Rather than run after him. Fucking run away from him. Hey! Did he grab you and hold you down like this? Hey! His foul black face. His stinking obnoxious saliva spitting over you. Him in control. Him, all that you hate, loathe and despise. Forcing you down. Making you sick to your stomach. Hey! Actually touching you. How dare he? All that bile and anger. What did you say? Tell me!
I called him a dirty, manky, black, gimpy bastard, old rancid nigger. He was shut out from his mother's filthy cunt.
Then what?
I had a knife in my sock. The NSAP they showed me how to adapt anything into a weapon so there would be no comeback. I went for his neck.
How did he act?
Never seen anything like it, ever. So much blood. Nauseating. Sickening. He fell on top of me. I pushed him off and then I pulled up my shirt to wipe my face and he was just lying there.
Now, you're telling me that you used a knife and you critically, severely, fatally slashed him in the neck.
I panicked.
No. No, I still don't get it. You say you're not a racist. Why did you goad him? Organise him? Abuse him? Why?
Because!
Why did you hate this specific middle-aged black man with so much rage and vengeance?
Because! Please, don't ask me that. Don't make me tell you. Don't make me say it.
Say it! Say it! Say it! You'd better tell me now!
It was my young sister, Laura. It was her 4th birthday. I was at a Radio 1 roadshow in Whitby. It all happened so quickly. I went over to get my mum and Laura an ice cream, and Mum stopped and opened her handbag to give me some cash. And when we looked round, Laura was gone. She just disappeared. Mum was demented with worry. We screamed, panicked, we screamed for her, shouted out her name. Raced around everywhere, but Whitby's so full of side streets and cobbled lanes that there was no sign of her. Mum was screaming, shouting and crying and screaming out Laura's name, and it must have been about 20 minutes later, searching everywhere. And then I turned into a lane. I saw an alcove. I was still yelling her name, Laura, Laura. And then I saw it.
So what? What did you see?
It was that fucking Phillips. Him, I recognized him from TV. He had a shelf